Do you feel it? That gnawing doubt crawling up your spine. The voice in your head whispering, "You're not good enough." That voice is lying to you. And today, we're going to silence it forever. Welcome to the autopsy of your weakness. You've spent years nurturing it, haven't you? Feeding it excuses, dressing it up in pity, and calling it human. But here's the truth. Weakness isn't human. It's a parasite, a fabrication designed to keep you small, obedient, forgettable. Let me show you what weakness really is. It's not fear. It's not failure. Weakness is the story you tell yourself when you're too afraid to rewrite the ending. And here's the twist. That story, it's fiction. Think of weakness as a bad screenplay, poorly written and painfully predictable. But don't worry. I'm here to help you rewrite it. In 3 steps, we'll dismantle your excuses, weaponize your flaws, and annihilate the lie you've been living. Step 1, redefine weakness. Step 2, weaponize it. Step 3, annihilate the lie. But first, let me ask you this. Are you ready to confront the void behind your smile? Because once you start, there's no turning back. Before we dive into the details, hit that subscribe button right now. Why? Because this isn't just another self-help video. It's psychological warfare against mediocrity. And trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next. Welcome to the hunt. Let's begin. Let's dissect the crime of your self-deception. What you call weakness isn't a flaw. It's forensic evidence of laziness, a choice. Observe subject 19, heart rate spiking, pupils dilated. He believes his social anxiety is immutable, a genetic curse. But peer-reviewed studies prove otherwise. Motivated implicit theories of personality reveal humans cling to weakness like addicts to needles because it's easier than change. Your prefrontal cortex isn't broken. It's compliant. Every time you whisper, "I can't," you're not describing reality. You're writing fiction. Weakness is a social construct, a narrative loophole for cowards. Here's the dirty secret psychology won't tell you. Your limitations are performances. Studies show 73% of introverts can override social aversion through deliberate exposure, but most prefer the warm rot of their comfort zones. Let's autopsy the data. When engineers disclosed weaknesses publicly, their teams rated them 42% more competent. Why? Because admitting flaws isn't vulnerability. It's dominance, a predator marking territory. You don't have weaknesses. You curate them. Like a serial killer arranging trophies. Every "I'm bad at math" is a conscious decision to avoid calculus. Every "I'm shy" is permission to evade growth. Here's your dilemma. Weakness is seductive. It lets you fail without guilt, lose without shame. But neuroscience confirms what psychopaths intuit. Neuroplasticity doesn't care about your feelings, only your actions. You'll realize your weaknesses are liquid assets. The question is, will you cash them in or let them evaporate? You don't have weaknesses. You romance them. Feed them midnight chocolates. Whisper sweet nothings into their ear because deep down, you're terrified of life without them. Observe subject 82, heart rate stable, dopamine baseline. She claims she lacks discipline, a charming euphemism for choosing lethargy's warm decay over growth's delicious pain. Neuroimaging reveals the truth. Your brain rewards weakness like a drug. Every "I'll start tomorrow" triggers an opioid response. You're not failing. You're addicted. Daryl Bem's self-perception theory confirms it. You don't discover weaknesses through failure. You cultivate them, like a serial killer planting evidence. That social anxiety you cherish? A performance. A choice. Here's the dopamine-drenched paradox. Weakness isn't your enemy. It's your crutch, your alibi. Studies show people cling to limitations 73% longer when they provide social validation. Ever notice how introverts bond over shared discomfort? That's not connection, that's codependency. Branson didn't overcome dyslexia. He weaponized it, turned phonetic confusion into Virgin Empire's ruthless simplicity. But you'd rather nurse your flaws like orphaned kittens. Bethany lost an arm in surf championships. You lose Wi-Fi and crumble. Why? Because weakness isn't about capacity. It's about commodity. Your anxiety trades well in attention markets. Guadagno's dark triad research proves it. Claiming weakness is dominance. That colleague who can't public speak, they've made you hostage to their comfort, a psychological shakedown. Step into my lab. We'll dissect your beloved limitations. 1. Reward pathways. I'm just not a math person. Earns comforting head pats. 2. Risk mitigation. Failure becomes impossible when you never try. 3. Social camouflage. Your flaws hide predatory instincts you fear to unleash. You'll realize your weakness is a negotiation, a deal with mediocrity. I'll stay small, you keep me safe. But safety is carcinogenic. Time to metastasize. Look closely. Do you see it? That fractured reflection staring back at you? That's not weakness. It's potential wearing a mask. And today, we're going to rip that mask off. Step 1. Redefine weakness. Weakness isn't a flaw. It's a failure of perspective. What you call insecurity, I call untapped potential. What you label fear, I call misdirected energy. And what you dismiss as I can't, I call a lie. Time is your accomplice in this crime of self-sabotage. Every second you spend coddling your weaknesses is a second stolen from your evolution. But here's the twist. Weakness isn't fixed. It's fluid. Neuroplasticity proves it. Your brain is like wet cement. It hardens around whatever story you feed it. Tell yourself you're bad at math, and your neurons obediently carve that truth into stone. But tell yourself it's just a skill you haven't mastered yet. Watch how quickly those same neurons scramble to rewrite the script. Think about it. When a toddler falls while learning to walk, do they cry out, "I'm just not coordinated"? No, they get back up again and again because they haven't yet learned the art of self-pity. But you've perfected it. Edison didn't invent the light bulb because he was fearless. He did it because he redefined failure as feedback. Each shattered filament wasn't proof of weakness. It was evidence of progress. So here's your first assignment. Stop calling it weakness. Call it what it really is, a skill gap, a temporary state of incompetence that can be bridged with effort, strategy, and time. Michelangelo once said he saw the angel in the marble and carved until he set it free. Your weakness is that marble, rough, unpolished, but hiding something extraordinary beneath the surface. Redefining weakness isn't just about semantics, it's about power. When you stop seeing your flaws as permanent defects and start viewing them as raw materials for growth, you take control of the narrative. You become dangerous. Nick Vujicic has no arms or legs and still manages to inspire millions. Meanwhile, you're afraid to ask for a promotion because your voice might shake. Pathetic. By redefining weakness, you strip it of its power over you. It's no longer an excuse. It's an opportunity. But opportunities mean nothing without action. And that brings us to step 2. Pause this video right now and write down one thing you've labeled as a weakness. Just one. Then ask yourself, is this really permanent? Or is it just potential waiting for refinement? Don't lie to yourself, because I'll know. Step 2, weaponization. Your flaws aren't chains, they're ammunition. Let me show you how to load the chamber. Observe subject 114. PAMR sweat pH 5.6. Cortisol levels suggest she believes her imposter syndrome is a liability. Fool. Guadagno's dark triad studies prove self-doubt increases perceived authenticity by 37%. Her weakness is her power. ADHD isn't distraction, it's tunneling. Autism isn't rigidity, it's pattern artillery. The weakness of strength theory confirms every flaw contains its own warhead. You just lack the codes to detonate it. Bethany didn't overcome weakness. She engineered it. That missing arm reduced drag coefficient by 12%. Her disability became a hydrodynamic upgrade. What's your excuse? Too many limbs. Neuroplasticity isn't therapy, it's hacking. When Richard Branson weaponized dyslexia, he didn't compensate, he exploited it. Simplified branding, ruthless delegation, his disorder birthed a virgin empire. Your brain's malleability isn't inspiration, it's a threat matrix. Here's the dirty secret. Weakness weaponized becomes style. Demosthenes' stutter birthed rhetorical pauses. Darwin's hypochondria fueled obsessive observation. Your social anxiety, that's scanning software for threat detection, honed through millennia of evolution. Operationalize your flaws. 1. Hyperfocus, tactical obsession, 14-hour coding binges aren't symptoms, they're sieges. 2. Overthinking, predictive analytics. Your rumination is OODA loop refinement. 3. Impulsivity, shock, tactics. Unpredictability destabilizes competitors. You'll inject your weakness into the jugular of mediocrity. The choice isn't transformation, it's transmutation. Turn leaden flaws into uranium-235. The half-life of your excuses is now. Replay this section. Identify one weakness. Now, design 3 ways to deploy it as psychological artillery. Your enemies won't see the shrapnel coming. Final phase, annihilation. This isn't improvement, it's erasure. We're not fixing weakness. We're burning its fingerprints from your psyche. Observe subject 0, you. Your weakness persists not because it's real, but because you've built shrines to it. Synaptic reliquaries. Today, we desecrate them. Daryl Bem's self-perception theory was a warning. Beliefs calcify through repetition. Every "I'm not enough" is another nail in your mental coffin. Annihilation requires surgical heresy. Addiction to weakness follows the same neural pathways as substance dependence. Dopamine hits when you quit diets. Serotonin surge when you bail on goals. You're not failing, you're getting high. MIT's neurogenesis research proves even 60-year-olds grow new neurons. Your age-related decline, a cultural hallucination. But heresy requires sacrifice. What will you burn to cross this threshold? Annihilation protocol. 1. Incinerate evidence. Delete every self-limiting note, mantra, memory. 2. Rewire through ritual. 21 days of deliberate incompetence. Fail gloriously. 3. Hostile takeover. Let amygdala fear become adrenaline for action. BF. Skinner proved it. Behavior shapes belief. Spend 38 days acting invincible, and the mind surrenders. Your weakness isn't conquered, it's starved. Final truth, annihilation isn't an event, it's a lifestyle. Edison annihilated 10,000 failures for 1 light bulb. You quit after 3 rejections. How human. Either your weakness burns, or you do. The neurochemical fire starter, action. Relentless, radioactive action. Replay this section. For every excuse that surfaces, write it down, then burn it. The ashes fertilize your rebirth. Congratulations, you've just completed a psychic autopsy. Your former self, evidence. Let's review the corpse. Step 1, redefinition. Weakness isn't real, it's misclassified data. Step 2, weaponization. Flaws aren't failures, they're force multipliers. Step 3, annihilation. The lie isn't erased, it's repurposed. Neuroplasticity isn't poetry, it's combat engineering. Every I can't you excise leaves synaptic real estate for viral ideas. But this isn't transformation, it's colonization. You're occupying territory weakness once claimed. Remember subject 237? Heart rate now 62 beats per minute. Cortisol levels basal. His social anxiety repurposed into hyper-observant negotiation tactics. He didn't overcome weakness, he consumed it. Here's your existential equation. Identity equals the sum of actions minus the sum of excuses. Skinner proved it in 48. You are what you do, not what you wish. Every moment spent not annihilating weakness is self-cannibalism. Final forensic insights. 1. Weakness thrives in narrative. Starve it with behavior. 2. Flaws are lenses. Cracked glass still bends light. 3. Annihilation isn't completion. It's perpetual arson. If you're among the 7% who'll act, smash subscribe. The hunt continues. For the rest, your funeral. Comments await your first annihilated weakness. Let's see if you're interesting.